Asia and the Pacific, 690 million people live with some form of disability. But what do we mean by persons with disabilities? And how can we ensure their full participation in our societies and economies? Our starting point should be what the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities says. The Convention describes persons with disabilities as those with long-term physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory impairments, which in interaction with various barriers can hinder their full, effective, and equal participation in society. To dismantle these barriers and ensure participation, disability-inclusive mainstream social protection schemes, disability-specific social protection benefits, combined with disability-specific services, can be a passport to live and work independently. In Asia and the Pacific, only a fifth of persons with severe disabilities have access to social protection. Where non-contributory social protection schemes exist, they are difficult to access for persons with disabilities, and benefit levels are often insufficient, sometimes falling below $1.9 a day, the international threshold for extreme poverty. This means education cannot be completed, full-time decent work cannot be found or kept, and personal assistance and assistive devices from wheelchairs to hearing aids cannot be afforded. To change all this, to stop disabilities leading to poverty and exclusion, mainstream social protection schemes must be made available and accessible to all, and conditions that inadvertently disqualify persons with disabilities permanently removed. Disability benefits are dedicated social protection schemes that can either substitute or complement other schemes. To fairly determine who is eligible for disability benefit, a uniform assessment process is central, built around clear eligibility criteria linked to a person's ability to work. Information about the scheme should be available in accessible formats for persons with various disabilities, including persons without vision or hearing or with cognitive difficulties. And those who cannot access public information should be approached directly. Offices for application and registration should be physically accessible. Application and registration procedures must be free, and different payment methods used to ensure everyone is reached. Extending a basic, non-contributory disability benefit to persons with disabilities and their households at the global average level of 14% of GDP per capita would reduce poverty of recipient households by up to 50%. This would cost between 0.2 and 0.8% of GDP, depending on the country. This is an investment countries in our region can afford. Our ambition should be to provide comprehensive disability-specific social protection for those who need it through a blend of contributory and non-contributory schemes. With non-contributory schemes including both cash transfers and in-kind services, such as mobility aids, personal assistance, living arrangements, as well as subsidies for transportation, education, and healthcare. Persons with disabilities have an equal right to social protection. Now is the time to uphold it and ensure that disability never again makes people poor and excluded in Asia and the Pacific.